Hello, my name is Darren Thomas, and I am the Director of Educational Research Techniques. This is Easier. Practical Applications of Machine Learning Algorithms in R. This is Unit 3, Lesson 4. We've been looking at random regression for the purpose of classification. And so now we're going to test the model that we developed in the prior video. So let's go ahead and move to RStudio. So this video is probably going to be shorter and much simpler, as you can see here. We only have the 4 lines of code, really 3 lines. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the last video is that, remember, if you've closed RStudio since the last time we've been together, you have to make sure you reload all the different packages that were found in the data preparation video. Because what's happening is that otherwise some of the functions that we're trying to use now may not be available for you. Now for me, when I make the videos, I'm doing them all continuously, so I don't have to keep reloading the packages, but for you it may be different. So in line 1, we just set our seed here for the sake of consistency, and so now in line 2, this is the big moment where we test our model. Now remember, we don't have a picture of what our random forest looks like, because remember, it makes multiple trees with a lot of aggregation going on. So we have an idea of what it is, and we're going to now use the testing set to use it with our model 1 that we developed in the prior video. And we're going to use the predict function, and we're going to save it all inside an object called pred. This is line 2. Now we're simply going to make our table where we look at the final values here. So we take pred and test, and you can see here that the model is pretty good. We have 25 errors out of 200, looks like 230 or so samples here. Now the last piece that we have to do is we have to figure the accuracy. Now this time in line 4 we have a slightly different way of doing it. I remember last time we did the sum of the diagonals and all that, but one way to do this is you use the mean function, and you take the prediction prediction object, double equal sign to the testing / private. Now we're doing this because this is our grounded truth right here. So the name of the data set is testing set. That's where our test data is at. And the variable that we want to see is correct or not is called private. That's what it's called. It's called the ground truth in data science. And so when you press Control Enter, it gives you the average here, which is 0.89. This is the same thing as the accuracy. So in other words, our model is correct 89% of the time. And you can kind of see that as you look at the model, as you look at the confusion matrix, that it looks fairly accurate. Now, the thing is that you can see that the performance went down just a tiny bit from our training to our test set, and that is normal and to be expected. We lost about 1%, which is still very, very good, in this particular context. So that pretty much concludes how to go through the process of developing, preparing the data, developing a model, and testing a model involving random forest regression at a basic level. There are ways to make it much more complex, but this is just to get you started on your journey of doing this. So, my name is Darren Thomas. I am the Director of Educational Research Techniques. This is Easier. Practical Applications of Machine Learning Algorithms in R. Take care.